Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here for our continuing weekish of Carton coffees. We have Cafe Recipe Contest. Yeah, first things first, these reviews of these Carton coffee beers comes courtesy of my boy George. He gave these to me like a month or so ago. He dropped a five banger on these. This is actually canned on January 1st. We're in the middle of March. Tomorrow is my son's fourth birthday party. That's crazy. Anyway, he gave these to me. I reviewed one. I just didn't review beers for about 5-6 days, and I got really sick, and it's been lingering, and I've been nasally, and I'm finally getting back in the game, and we're picking it back up. Luckily, these beers last. These beers stay, so we'll see what's what. Now, what do we have here? We have an Imperial Cream Ale with coffee and pineapple upside-down cake. Story time on the side, as Carton is known to do. Cafe Recipe Contest is a continuation of regular coffee game or Golden Imperial Coffee Cream Ale is elevated with a delightful blend of pineapple, maraschino, cherry, vanilla, and brown sugar. Much like regular coffee, it looks to invoke an amusing version of acidic bitter coffee curbed by milk and sugar that starts in the day in a proper cup. Cafe Recipe Contest brings to life the nostalgic flavors of the 1920s, paying homage to the winning recipe from Pineapple Contest that gave us the iconic pineapple upside down cake. Drink Cafe Recipe Contest because there's little sweetness in all of us. Dun dun dun. Little hiss. So we're talking about their regular coffee. So I have 5 of these. I'll put them all up basically 5 days in a row. We'll do a little coffee or Carton coffee jam week. And I'll start with the regular coffee and move on from there. Label-wise, it's what Carton does. So if you like it, you like it. And as far as the beer goes, outside of a little dirty glass coffee on this guy's side, I mean, it looks the part of just a big, what is essentially boils down to a blonde barley wine. It's kind of what these beers are. You're talking about something that's 12% alcohol by volume. Imperial Cream Ale, you can say that all you want. You're talking about a blonde barley wine. So yeah, it has that kind of index finger. Off-white head in an odd way, but you're talking about adjuncts of pineapple and all kinds of stuff. Some maraschino cherry, you're getting a little bit, it's like a khaki leaning, a little bit more kind of, I don't want to say red, but there's a little bit of pink in here, maybe. Something along those lines. And it just has that little bit of heavy particulate floating kind of body. And so yeah, blonde barley, fine. It's good news. I get that regular coffee vibe from it, that cream and 2 sugars thing that they do with the regular coffee. Honestly, on the nose, I'm really not getting big either pineapple, brown sugar, or a kind of cherry kind of vibe to it. I don't expect a big maraschino cherry thing. I think it's just a little bit of an accent to what would be a pineapple upside down cake. So I think pineapple would be the number one descriptor here. What would you be looking for, I should say, rather than what the number one descriptor here. But the nose leaves a little bit to be desired, at least from the way this beer is described, because it comes off, there's something extra confectionery about it, and I think that is that pineapple upside down cake, but it reminds me very much of regular coffee. Now, that could flip the script in the taste. Doesn't smell like a bad beer by any stretch, but I don't get a big pineapple upside down kind of vibe off of it. But let's see if it does come through in the taste. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, I mean, see, it does make sense, though. So, for me, oddly enough, it's the cherry and this kind of caramelized brown sugar thing that really takes the forefront here. If you've never had pineapple upside down cake, it's hard to describe, because pineapple is very aggressive flavor in general. When I mean that, I mean, you're eating pineapple, you know you're eating pineapple. When you cook it, it tempers a lot of its edge. So well, that's why this kind of makes sense. I just got a pop of that pineapple right there. So it's there. But it's really the cherry, the maraschino cherry, and that little residual brown sugary kind of vibe to it, that under attenuation kind of brown sugary kind of vibe that really kind of jumps out front on top of what is that regular coffee. Yeah. Nice mouthfeel to it. What you'd expect from like an Imperial Cream Ale / blonde barley wine. Not thin by any stretch of the imagination, but not dense or thick. But you have that nice kind of sturdiness to it. It's a sweet beer. 12%. Brown sugar, pineapple upside down. No shit, it's going to be sweet. For all intents and purposes, a blonde barley wine. We know we're dealing with some sweetness here. But I think it doesn't get over the top. It stops short of being cloying. More so because I think there is just a good, nice kind of like a low hum of bitterness is probably the best way I'd put it. It's not a sharp bitterness. It's not an aggressive bitterness, but there is a bittering component to this beer. Is it an acidity from the pineapple? I don't know. Is there a hop in here that's a little bit aged maybe or something like that? I don't know. But there's this kind of just bitter kind of thing underneath all of everything that just help reins in the sweetness without it getting too crazy. Again, it's a sweeter beer, but it doesn't get like out of control sweet. So I appreciate the crap out of that. It's a fun beer. I'm not going to sit here and say I drink this blind and I think of pineapple upside down cake and coffee. I drink this. I believe this is a Carton coffee beer. That I think is for sure. I think the DNA and the essence of what makes regular coffee is in this beer. And I like that maraschino pop. I like that little bit of residual sweetness that is outside of what you typically get from just an under attenuated beer. In that it shows a cool kind of in what Augie does and what this beer is meant to do, which is just, again, impart those flavors. You're not trying to put those flavors. How do I put it? He's not trying to put a pineapple upside down cake in the beer. He's trying to make the beer give you vibes of that. You know, that's the distinct difference. And I think that does it here with a little bit of pineapple reach on the pineapple's part. Let's put it that way. It's a fun beer. Listen, I've always been a really big fan of the Carton coffee series. I've reviewed many of them, and I haven't had them in quite some time. So when George actually dropped off that 5-pack, I got super excited about doing these. And, you know, this timing of me getting sniffly and all that stuff, getting plain sick and getting sniffly, it was a bummer, man. I really wanted to dive into these in quick succession so you have a little bit of a kind of an echo of a memory on your palate. But now that I'm on the other side of things, can't wait to dive into the rest. We have 2 down, 3 to go. This one's quite fun. If we're gonna knee-jerk rank these as we go along, I'm team regular coffee right now over this one, but it's a fun beer nonetheless and a fun experiment, a fun beer. Now, is it one of the better coffee-inspired blonde Imperial cream ale blonde barley wines? Again, it's hard to even put that in there. So what we're going to do here, instead of doing Mount Rushmore status of all beers, we're going to, like I said, just basically rank these on their own, hoist them on their own ranking petard, and say right now on the scale of 1 to 5, this is number 2 out of 2. So there you go. What else? Brewery only, I think. I don't think these hit shelves. I think they're pricey. I believe. If anybody wants to chime in a price, and if you like what we like these, if you like flavor, interesting flavor in beer. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive for the whole podcasting thing. There's a lot of stuff in the podcasting. Haven't posted a lot as of late, but we'll get back to it. Carton Brewing. Have you had their beers? Have you had, what's your favorite beer? Have you had this beer? Have you had all the coffees down there? Let's talk about it. Hopefully you enjoyed a review. Hopefully you're enjoying some interesting beer right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.